Ambridge. On Wake Up Ambridge, we'll talk to business owners, learn about upcoming events, and meet some of the great people of Ambridge. Welcome to Wake Up Ambridge.
Hey, good morning, everyone. I'm Leon Thomas, and welcome to Wake Up Ambridge episode number 2. Hey, listen, I know it's a morning show and we're talking about waking up. We don't mean like your alarm clock goes off and wake up and clear your eyes. No, we're talking about wake up and see all the good things, new things that are happening here in Ambridge, Pennsylvania. That's what we mean by wake up. Open your minds, open your eyes, and see the great things that are going on in Ambridge, Pennsylvania. I'm your host, Leon Thomas. Listen, if you'd like to be a guest on Wake Up Ambridge, let us know. You can contact me directly. My email address is leon@theleonthomasgroup.com. You can contact our executive producer, Jay Rusenko. His email address is DrJayTheProducer@gmail.com. Again, that's DrJayTheProducer@gmail.com. Maybe you don't want to be a guest on the show, but you know someone that should be. Ask them to contact me, ask them to contact Jay, and let's get them here on the show to talk about the great things that are happening in and around Ambridge, Pennsylvania. Just not Ambridge, but the region around it as well. So we look forward to having you and others as a guest on the show. And finally, before we bring on our two guests for today, spread the word about the show. We're going to be highlighting people, businesses, activities that are going on in Ambridge, and we want everyone in the region to know about it. So if you're watching us live, tell everybody about it. If you're watching on a replay, send the link so that everyone can know all the great things that are happening in Ambridge, Pennsylvania. Let's bring on Valerie Pedigo. Valerie is the president of the Regional Chamber. Valerie is with us on episode number 1. Hi, Valerie. How are you? Hi, Valerie. How you
Hi, good
doing?
morning. I'm doing great. How are you, Leon?
I'm doing well, doing well. So
I'm
tell
doing
us some
great.
good tell us some good
How are
things that
you?
are happening in around
Good.
Ambridge right now. Tell us about it, and then we'll go to Chris. Tell us about some good things that are happening.
There's lots of great things happening right now. We're getting ready for the new year, and everyone will be able to see the 2025 event calendar for all different kinds of organizations that we have here in Ambridge and the region. We talked about a couple last week for the chamber. And I think as the year goes on, we'll be able to feature and highlight things that our community members and our families can go to. But kicking off the new year is really the most important thing happening right now in Ambridge. Intentions are set and another year of growth is planned.
Valerie, let's talk some about your business, some of the things that you have going on there. Tell us some about your business, and let's highlight one of those events. Go ahead and tell us about it.
Great. Thanks, Leon. Well, I'm launching a new business with my business partner, Melanie, who lives in Northeast Ohio. And our business is called Renewed Spirit Adventures. And Renewed Spirit Adventures really is about reconnecting to your authentic self, reconnecting with nature. So one of the things, Leon, the premise of all this and how everything started is this is what I believe. Okay. And this is my truth here, that we're all put on this earth for a specific purpose. So the exact date, the exact time, the exact location, and with a purpose that if we can really see it through, we really live our best life. But because life happens and we're living a human experience, we experience pain, shame, conditioning, different events that happen throughout our lifetime. It could be during childhood, it could be as adults, and it continues to add layers to that original person that we were meant to be. And so Renewed Spirit Adventures, our goal is to help people heal, but then also just start to remove some of those layers to get back to who you really are. And we see that there's a lot of different things that can be done, but most of the time people just need a little bit of help being able to remove some of those layers, shed some of those layers, and really center in themselves. And we do this in all different ways. We do custom coaching for people. And then we also will be holding several different events locally here. So full day workshops, long weekends in beautiful places, always in nature, or in a partnership with a local business here. We'll do it here. We'll do it in Western New York, where I'm originally from. So we have a partnership now with Panama Rocks Nature Park, where we're going to be doing all of the wellness for them for 2025. So there's an opportunity to go glamping. There's opportunity for people who want a little bit more luxury. And then we'll also be doing some events in Northeast Ohio. For our international events next year, we're going to be focused on Costa Rica. So Costa Rica is a wonderful place to heal and reconnect with yourself and connect with nature. It is one of the most biodiverse countries in the entire world, and it's one of the smallest countries in the entire world. So miracles really happen there, and I have a long time connection with Costa Rica. And so it made sense for us to have our first international retreats and international events happening there. And then in next December, we're going to be taking a group of solo women travelers to Europe to experience the Christmas markets. So it's not just, and I don't mean just by like to lessen it, but it's not only yoga and breath work and journaling. There's also going to be cultural experiences to help restore the wonder and awe that we can create in our everyday life.
All right, great. A lot of good things going. You're
Mhm.
watching Wake Up Ambridge, our second episode here. We're talking to Valerie Pedigo. Valerie, tell us this. Tell us the things that you talked about that you do in your business and which you're going to be doing on your retreats to help others. Where did the idea come from? How did you get this idea about what you're doing now?
Yeah, well, I've always been a coach. I mean, for 20 years, helping people really achieve the goals that they want to achieve, businesses, individuals, companies. And I met my partner in my corporate job. So we were partners together. We were on the same team for a little while and then worked on different projects together. And, when you're traveling, and Leon, you know this because you travel for work as well, you have that time in the hotel to visit and kind of connect with the people around you. And we ended up really connecting over a need for women, especially women who have gone through traumatic experiences, women who have gone through major life changes, women who feel lonely, a need to create a space for them to reconnect. And so it was born out of conversations that we had been having about our own life experiences and about the experiences of my clients. And I have and my partner have gone through burnout where life just gets to be too much. You feel so far away you are. And so in those conversations, I had explained my journey and had been talking about it to others. And we want to create a place where everything can happen at once. So with this as well, Leon, we're going to have a community that is going to be open to come to the retreat, clients, people who want to join the community version, have a good all-in-one one-stop shop for connecting and making sure that they don't feel alone as they're going through these things. And it's not just healing from traumatic events. It could be also up-leveling your life. There are lots of goals and opportunities out there for us to have alignment. And so many of my clients also are like high achievers, and they have accomplished things that they want to accomplish, but now it's time for the next level. And going through our workshops and joining our community is going to be a great way for them to surround themselves with people with like minds and like goals.
Right on. I like it. I like it. I'm Leon Thomas here with Valerie Pedigo. You're watching episode number 3 of Wake Up Ambridge. If you'd like to be on Wake Up Ambridge, send our executive producer, Rusenko, an email. His email address is DrJayTheProducer at gmail.com if you'd like to be a guest on the show. Valerie, one more quick thing. There's a flyer we're going to display about the event that's coming up. I think this is in Costa Rica, right? Now, listen, look, before we go there, I got to tell you, one, you commented that I used to travel, right, for work.
Yeah.
That's true. I did. But my travel for work wasn't as cool as everyone else's travel. And here's why. Listen, I worked in hotels, in the hotel business. So while others are traveling to sightsee, vacation, check out restaurants and all of that, or even to work, they weren't spending all of their time in the building. So I'd fly in, rent a car, and my commute in the hotel was down the hall to the right. And I'd do that 4 or 5 days, sometimes 2-3 weeks at a time. I couldn't wait till the weekends to just relax a little, to check out some of the things that were going on in the cities, right? So I wish I had taken more time to do that. I worked too much in the building. I should have taken some time for me, and I now see the value of that. So when you talked about the idea of refocusing and making sure you're taking good care of yourself, I know there are many that travel that really don't, and they should do that. So I want to encourage people to do that. Live, relax, have some fun, keep yourself balanced, all of that. Okay, that's Leon's mental medical moment of the show. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at this flyer that we have here. Tell us some things that we're talking about here, Valerie. Go ahead and tell us what's on the on this information sheet here.
Yeah, our first international retreat for 2025 is April 5th through the 12th in Cahuita, Costa Rica. And we have a partnership with a place called the Goddess Garden. It's a beautiful place. It is located in the jungle. And then right across the street is the beach. It's on the Caribbean side of Costa Rica. It is not over touristy. It's just a great place, very natural. And so this week in Costa Rica is all about connecting to your inner goddess. And all that means is just who you originally are. And so some of the things that we're going to be doing are mindfulness activities. Just like you mentioned, Leon, that's a mindfulness activity of just stopping for a second and understanding how you feel, the emotions that you have, and then writing about it or dancing, singing. There's all different kinds of ways that you can do that, but just taking some time for yourself. So mindfulness, yoga, breath work. We'll also have lots of downtime to explore the jungle, to explore the beach. And then we are going to be going on some excursions. Now with all of our retreats, it just depends on where you are in your healing. So some people say, I don't want to participate in anything. I want to go. I want to do some of the mindfulness things, but I want to stay on the beach the whole time. That's fine. It's up to you. But the thing is, you're going to get custom experiences. We're going to go to an indigenous village called the Bree Village, where we can experience indigenous culture. We're going to hike a waterfall. We're going to go into the national park. And then everything that we do includes nourishing meals, vegetarian, vegan, meals, and just a lot of great time. So we're really happy with the partnership that we have with the Goddess Garden, and we're excited to go there in April. And the team here is going to put up the email address, but it's Valerie@renewedspiritadventures.com. Reach out to ask questions or to have a consultation to see if this retreat is right for you. And we'll go from there. But we're really excited about that. So thanks for featuring it, Leon.
Yeah. And again, that email address is Valerie@renewedspiritadventures.com. Said it verbally, but it's right there on your screen now. You can check it out. Now, Valerie, as we segue to our next guest, Chris Bendick from Fermata Brewing, I promise I will not be at the retreat playing. When you can't play the trumpet, it's not even called playing the trumpet, it's called blowing the horn. I am not going to be here doing that. So if you're concerned about me going there, but let's bring on our second guest, Chris Bendick. Hi, Chris. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
All is good. Oh, Chris, let's talk about some entertainment that's happening, that should happen at the brewery. I mean, are you gonna bring me on to play? You gonna bring me there? Can I have a night at the brewery?
I think we can carve out some time for you.
All right.
We have an
all right.
open mic night first Thursday of every month.
Really?
Yeah.
And that's open mic, like tell a joke, sing, play?
Open mic. Most people play music, but you could come play a trumpet or tell a joke.
Or in my case, the trumpet is the joke.
Both, yeah.
I'll take it away. Chris, it's great to have you here with us. Thanks for joining us on Wake Up Ambridge.
Thanks for having me. It's my pleasure.
So Chris, our executive producer, Jay Rusenko, is an Ambridge native, Ambridge resident. And he's been telling me and others in our organization about some great things that are happening in Ambridge. And he says, Ambridge has breweries. Like, shut up. You do not. He's, oh, yeah, they've got some good stuff going on. And like, no, they're not in Ambridge. That's not the Ambridge I knew. No way. What, are you kidding me? And Valerie confirmed it. And Jay said, yeah, here it is. See, you didn't believe me. Look, yeah. Here it is. So tell us about Fermata. For someone that hasn't been there, doesn't know, fill us in. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, so we opened in March of 22. So we'll be celebrating our 3-year anniversary in a few months here. Myself and 3 partners, 3 of my friends, were homebrewing a lot and decided that we wanted to take the leap to doing it, I'll hold this loosely professionally. And we opened Fermata. Fermata is a music term, so we do pride ourselves on hosting and supporting live artists. Musically, visual artists. We do art shows occasionally throughout the year, but we've had live music almost every single Friday and Saturday night since we've opened, as well as the open mic night that I mentioned. And we've booked some artists stemming from those open mic nights. People that are just getting into the art and profession, and wanting to then take the leap to do paid gigs. So. It's free to the public. We've never charged an admission or a cover to come in and see live music, and we continue to do that. We're currently booking for 25. That's going to take a few months to fill the schedule, but we also do larger events. So January 25th this year. January is usually a pretty slow month, especially in the beer world. Which means it's also slow for artists. So we're doing Bluegrass and Folk Fest, which is going to be an all-day event on January 25th. Music starts at noon. There's a short break midday, and then it'll go until 9:30. I think we have seven artists scheduled to play here.
Is good stuff. Right on. That is great stuff. Thanks for sharing all that. Chris, we're going to talk more about Fermata, and we're going to also talk more about your community involvement and things that you're doing to help the town of Ambridge. We'll talk about that right after we come back from this short break. You're watching Wake Up Ambridge. Our guests today are Valerie Pedigo and Chris Bendick. I'm Leon Thomas. You're here watching Wake Up Ambridge. We'll be back in 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Here we go.
Announcing the newest show from the Leon Thomas Group, Cooking with Kids in the Kitchen.
Each week, we're going to have kids on the show in their home kitchen, showing us their culinary expertise right here on Cooking with Kids in the Kitchen. If you know of a kid that would be great to have on Cooking with Kids in the Kitchen, contact Leon Thomas with the Leon Thomas Group.
His email address is leon@theleonthomasgroup.com.
That's leon@theleonthomasgroup.com.
Cooking with Kids in the Kitchen.
Water. It's everywhere. We drink it, we bathe with it, we cook with it. Coffee's made with water. Toilets won't flush without it. It's used for washing clothes, dishes, utensils, pots, pans, floors, and our teeth. Plants and crops need water, animals drink it, and fish need it too. And don't forget, we can have a lot of fun in the water. Water. What would we do without it?
Slow roasted over hickory fire and pulled by hand. This is the way pit pork has always been done. Pulled pork lovers, rejoice. The smoky old days are back at the Smoke Shack.
Baked by Brianna has been your Baltimore hometown bakery since 1969. Located in Roxton Plaza, Baked by Brianna. Visit bakedbybrianna.io.
I'm Leon Thomas with the Leon Thomas Group. Podcast, virtual events, webinars, streaming shows, and so much more. We want to be your partner in all things virtual. Welcome back to Wake Up Ambridge. Leon Thomas here with Valerie Pedigo and Chris Bendick. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, please contact our producer, Dr. J. Rusenko. That's Dr. J at DrJayTheProducer at gmail.com. Chris, before we went away on break, and Valerie, you want to bring you in on part of this too. Chris, as I look at Fermata's website, one of the themes that I see is community involvement and how you want to be an integrated part of the borough. I see that all over your organization's website. Before we talk some about beer, for which I can't have any because it knocks me out, so I can't even do the non-alcoholic stuff, but we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. Tell us about your community involvement, some things that you do, and why that's important to you. And then Valerie, talk about some of your partnership with Chris and Fermata as well. Chris, you go first.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, from day one, it was evident that this is a good community, and being a business owner, and I am also a resident of Ambridge. Now I moved here shortly after we opened. We just knew it was important to be involved in the community. So I did join the chamber. Well, we joined the chamber as a business, but I'm also one of the board members for the chamber. We do, like I said, we do free events for music, for art. We think it's really important to make sure that artists and musicians have a venue and a platform to perform. We think it brings definitely, it shows beauty in their art and in the world. So that's important to us. We were a founding sponsor of Jambridge. So we had Jambridge 2 years in a row, and then we're going under we have a lot of construction going on right now in town and in our block specifically. So Jambridge was put on hold. We'll see when we can resume that, but that's a free festival for all. We attracted roughly 3,000 people last year in 23 for our Ambridge Music Festival. And we are a founding sponsor as well as our neighbors. So Merchant Coffee, Bridgetown Tap House, 1201 Ventures are all founding sponsors of that event. And that is, like I said, it's free to the public. Any event going on within the community, we do our best to be involved in. We make financial contributions to youth sports programs, to the high school programs, whatever we could do to be involved. We hold fundraisers here. We had a fundraiser a few weeks ago for the Child Health Association of Sewickley, which is an association that benefits the larger region, not just Sewickley or not just Ambridge, but it's a larger region. So anything we could do to be involved, we do it. We have a chili cook-off every year that's free for the residents to come and eat chili. People bring their own and things like that. Anything we could do. We're going to do a soup cook-off in February, the week after the Super Bowl. It's going to be called the Super Bowl. So
Right on. So now listen, so you're doing a lot in the community. Things that you mentioned, and I'm sure there's more. It just sounds like you're doing so much to help the community. And I wish many other businesses, it doesn't matter what community, would do things to help their town, their city, the borough, the region around it, just like you are. You're setting a model, right? Kind of a template for what can be done in other areas, just to be involved and immersing yourself in the community like that. And you mentioned you're on the board of the Ambridge Regional Chamber. Valerie, tell us about some of the things you and Chris have worked on on the board in Ambridge on the regional commerce there. Tell us about some things there.
Yeah. So Chris is going on his third year on the board, and we have a really great board, a small working board. We're all volunteers, which I think is really important for everyone to know. So with Chris, he's giving his time to help make decisions to better the future of the business community. And really, we are representing the voice of the business owner and the employer in this region. So we've done all kinds of stuff. One thing that comes to mind right away is our annual holiday party. We have had at Fermata for the last 3 years. I mean, ever since they've opened. And it's a great time full of just partnership and friendship, but also networking. So every December we have a holiday party. It's open to all business owners, to guests, people that are interested in networking with business owners, and in particular our members, to celebrate the year. So we do things like that to partner all the time. There's also some things that we've done as a board for representing the business owner with the borough. And last week I had talked about our relationship with the borough. There's always continuous improvement that we can do, but we have a really good line of communication, and board members like Chris are advocating for making Ambridge as business friendly as possible. And that's how we can move in new businesses. And that's why new businesses are attracted to our area. So lots of great stuff. And I think overall, just talking about the brewery in general, it's a nice place. It's a calm space. It's family friendly, pet friendly, and there's different zones to it. So, everyone can check out Fermata, the Fermata website, and then go there in person. But it's a nice space to spend time with friends or meet new friends. And it's not like a super, nothing against bars, but it's not like a bar environment, right? It's more of being able to go and spend time with your friends, listen to music, connect with people, and try their great brews.
Yeah, I like it. Oh, I'm looking forward to coming there, Chris, to check it out. Now, what's it called? Microbrews? Is that the term?
Yeah, you can call us a microbrewery. Yeah. We have a 10-barrel system.
Okay.
We brew, it's kind of endless how many different styles we could brew. Like right now we have 15 beers on tap that we've brewed that range from a sour to a light lager to an imperial or to like a not an imperial stout, but we have a winter warmer that's a 12% barrel aged beer. So we do everything. We try to have something for everybody. we sell Arsenal. We're allowed to sell Pennsylvania made spirits and wine and ciders and that kind of stuff. So we have Arsenal ciders and stateside vodka sodas and teas, and we have a craft cocktail on tap. So we don't have a full bar, like we won't give you like a shot of whiskey or something like that, but we do have, I think, something for everybody, as well as NA beers. So we sell NA beers. Dry January is coming up, so I just put a new order, and I've got some NA crafted canned cocktails too. So we just want to make sure that we have something for everybody here. We try to build as comfortable of a space as possible, like Val was saying. I've had a lot of people come in on their own a few times and strike up a conversation, and they say, I would really never normally go to a bar or somewhere by myself, but I feel so comfortable here doing that. I can come sit at the bar and it's comfortable and I don't have to worry about anything. So we're family friendly, we're dog friendly. It's just a good place to come hang out. People come hang out with their kids, and we have board games, and they'll hang out for 3 or 4 hours, have a couple beers and some food. We do a food truck rotation. There's a lot of very good food trucks in the area. So yeah.
Wow, you're doing a lot. I love it. This is pretty cool. Now, when you say NA, you mean non-alcoholic?
Non-alcoholic beers. Yeah, there's a really prevalent NA beer producer within the country called Athletic, and they make good NA beers that we purchase and sell, and they also are doing a canned NA cocktail too.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. So you have something for me, the lightweight, the guy who just cannot drink anything, right? You got something for me.
Yeah, even if you wanted a beer, like right now I have a 3.5% English dark mild on. It's a very light, low ABV beer.
Chris,
you have an NA and an English ale.
I hear you saying it, but Chris, I'm telling you, watch this. It would be, and 15 minutes later.
Well, that's okay. We have the NA stuff for you.
And it takes me way longer than that to wake up. Wake up, Ambridge! No. So I get it. So this is going to be, I'm so looking forward to coming there. Val and Jay, can you come on the screen here for a second? Let's get our producer on the screen here. Now he's going to be all mad at me because I asked him to come from behind the scenes. Dr. Jay, good morning, Jay. How are you? Go ahead. I know usually in production you're muted. Jay, how are you?
I'm great. It's great to have Chris on here with the new brewing place. I haven't been there yet, but I've heard a lot of great stuff about it.
You should come visit, Jay.
I will.
Yeah, let's get Jay. Chris, I'm thinking we could do a live episode. Could we do a live episode of Wake Up Ambridge from Fermata?
Of course.
I'm thinking we could do that, and I don't think the FCC would have a problem with me having a sip of the NA. I think that falls
not.
within
There's
guidelines.
No alcohol in it.
Yeah, I think we would be fine. We'll talk to you after the show to get that all scheduled. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, this will be great. So, Chris, thank you so much for being with us, but also for your involvement in the community, the things that you're doing to help. You mentioned the high schools and the other organizations that you're helping. I wish so many other businesses and other communities would do that. This is just great. So nice of you to do that and recognize how important it is to be a part of the community. So thank you, Chris, for what you're doing in Ambridge and helping other business owners in other towns and regions recognize that that's important to do. Thank you, Chris.
Absolutely. We're happy to do it. Happy to be here.
And Chris, can we talk football a second? I know you're probably a Steelers fan. Is that right?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you said sure. What's that hat say? What hat is that?
This is a thrift shop find. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Can I get a single shot on that hat? Can I get a single shot there, Dr. Jay? What is that? That looks like a Denver Bronco or Baltimore Colt. I don't know. Which is that?
Baltimore Colts is maybe speculative, but on the inside, it doesn't seem like it would be like a football hat because it says – on the inside, it says, "Hey, good looking." I don't think they would put that in an NFL branded hat.
No, you're right. I can't imagine that. Some big lineman wearing that, and he takes it off and goes, "Hey, good looking." Right on. This is great. Valerie, thank you for being with us as well, and for your support of Wake Up Ambridge. We're so appreciative for what you're doing to help get our show popping and rocking. We appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. And folks, we'll be back next week for another episode of Wake Up Ambridge. Our guests today have been Chris Bendick with Fermata Brewing. You can check out their website. Chris, what's your website?
Website's fermatabrewing.beer. Fermata.
All right, great.
One
And Valerie,
T.
One T there.
one T. Oh, it's spelled wrong. It's one T. One T. And Valerie, how do folks get in touch with you?
Valerie at renewedspiritadventures.com.
Right on.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you, both of you, for being here. Everyone, we'll see you next week on Wake Up Ambridge. Have a happy and prosperous new year. Do something to improve your community wherever you live. Ambridge, another town in the region, wherever you live. Do something. Get involved in your community. Help your community. Do something to help your community be a better place, and do something to help everyone around you and in your community wake up to all the good things that are happening around us. I'm Leon Thomas. Thanks for watching Wake Up Ambridge. Take care.
Happy New Year.